Random House Audio presents Starting Now, a Blossom Street novel by Libby Macomber. Read for you by Abby Craden. Chapter 1. This was it. Surely it must be. The instant Libby Morgan heard her paralegal tell her, "Herschel would like to see you in his office," she knew. Oh, there had been rumblings around the office about layoffs and early retirements. Such gossip simply verified what she felt in her heart Herschel was sure to tell her. She'd waited for this moment for 6 very long years. Libby had always wondered how she'd feel when she finally got the news. She longed to hold on to this sense of happy expectation for as long as possible. In retrospect, she must have intuitively known something was up, because she'd worn her best pinstriped suit today, choosing the pencil skirt over her normal tailored slacks, and thankfully, she'd had a salon appointment just the day before. Getting her hair cut was long overdue, but seeing how good it looked now, she felt it was worth every penny of the $100 Jacques had charged her. A good cut did wonders for her appearance. She wore her dark brown hair parted in the middle in an inverted bob so that it framed her face, curling around her jawline. Jacques had mentioned more than once how fortunate she was to have such thick hair. She hadn't felt that way when he'd insisted she have her eyebrows plucked. But he'd been right. She looked good. Polished. Professional. She promised herself not to go so long between appointments again. Libby didn't see herself as any great beauty. She was far too realistic and sensible, was well aware of her physical shortcomings. At best, she was pretty, or at least Joe, her ex-husband, had told her she was. She knew she was probably no better than average. Average height, average weight, brown hair, brown eyes, with no outstanding features. But on the inside, she was a dynamo. Dedicated, hard-working, goal-oriented, perfect partner material. Reaching for her yellow legal pad, Libby headed toward the managing partner's opulent office. Outwardly, she remained calm and composed, but inwardly, her heart raced and her head spun. Finally, she was about to be rewarded for the hard choices and sacrifices she'd made. Libby was in her 6th year of an 8-year partnership track. Hopefully, she was about to achieve the goal that she had set her heart on the minute she'd been accepted as an associate in the Trusts and Estates Department at Burkhart, Smith & Crandall, a high-end Seattle-based law firm. She was about to be made partner even earlier than anticipated. While she didn't want to appear overly confident, it went without saying that no one deserved it more than she did. Libby had worked harder, longer, and more effectively than any other attorney employed by the firm. Her legal expertise on the complex estate planning project for Martha Reed hadn't gone unnoticed either. Libby had provided a large number of billable hours, and the older woman had taken a liking to her. Over the past month, 2 partners had stopped by her office to compliment her work. Libby could almost feel her mother looking down on her from heaven, smiling and proud. Molly Jo Morgan had died of breast cancer when Libby was 13. Before dying, Libby's mother had taken her daughter's hand and told her to work hard and to never be afraid to go after her goals. She'd advised Libby to dream big and warned her there would be hard choices and sacrifices along the way. That last summer her mother was alive had set Libby's life course for her. Although her mother wouldn't be around to see her achievements, Libby longed to make her mother proud. Today was sure to be one of those, "Hey Mom, look at me" moments. Early on in high school, Libby had set her sights on becoming an attorney. She was the president of the debate club and was well known for her way of taking either side of an issue and making a good argument. Reaching her goal hadn't been easy. Academic scholarships helped, but there were still plenty of expenses along the way. Funds
Sample complete. Ready to continue?